SCP Scrapbooking back with another process video. This one is for May I Scraplift You. And here is the layout I'm going to be scraplifting. This one is by Moira O'Reilly, and she did this clear back in November of 2016. But I love the way that it turned out. I love the look of it. I love most of everything that she does. Yeah, I was like going through her Instagram and just marking down like a million different ones that I would love to scraplift. She is so talented. You need to go check her out. She's Moira O'Reilly on YouTube. And she's Moira O'Reilly on Instagram. Okay, so I'm doing these funny pictures of my son and daughter. They were FaceTiming each other, and I don't remember what the conversation was or anything, but it was funny. Yeah, they were just being silly. So I'm going to scrap those pictures, and I'm going to use these two paper pads. They're the little ones from Hobby Lobby. And I love them both. And so I think I'm going to mix them and use both of them. So let's get going.
Okay, so I am taking the inspiration from Moira's in color and style. I don't follow the color exact, but I do, yeah, a little bit. So I picked out this blue floral paper, and these paper pads are really cool because they come with 4 pieces of paper per pattern, and I'm just using 2 of them to make this panel down the side, and with it being a nice busy pattern, you won't even see those join marks. And then I decided to go with the white wood grain on the rest of the page, and because I think I want to use a little bit of pink, but not too much, because, you know, my son's in the picture, and let's just say pink isn't his favorite color. He loves red, but not pink. But my daughter loves pink, so, but they both love blue, so that works out. And I had to use 3 of the chunks that I made for the blue side, but I am going to save every piece that I cut off of this, and I will put together some sort of pieced background for another project, I'm sure, because I love all the papers and both these paper pads. So here's where I'm going to stick down the wood grain. It will look like a full background when I'm done. I'm just going to cut off the excess here, and then I will piece one of the little pieces that I cut off onto the side right here. And with it being the striped wood grain, yeah, you can't even tell that it's been pieced together. It works out really good. And I don't even put anything over the joins. I'm just leaving them. I figured don't draw attention to them and they'll be fine. So I am going to cut my picture apart, and so I can have them kind of offset and overlapping a little bit. And I'm going to use this floral as the big, I don't know, I guess it's a diamond shape that is in the background. And I cut it, I'm going to use this pink paper, scrap paper, as my template. I cut it too big at first, so I'm cutting it back down, and I'm liking that. I like it with the pink on it too, but I wanted to use the floral. Moira used a floral in hers, and I really like the way that looks. But I only have 1 piece of this floral left, and I really wanted to use it. So I have to piece it together to make it look like it's a full, yeah, square. But it works out really well because you don't need anything in the center because, the pictures are there. So I'm going to get these all glued down here. And I thought about it after I was completely done. I could have left a little tiny pink border all the way around, and I think that would have looked really nice. But I didn't think about it until after I was taking the pictures on the layout. I'm going, oh, that would have looked good. And by then, yeah, I wasn't taking stuff off to redo it. So it doesn't have a border around, but that's okay. So I'm getting these situated. There is a brick pattern behind the florals on this paper, and so I'm just kind of lining up the bricks and making sure that I don't have them going the wrong directions. And now it looks like it's a full sheet of floral paper behind them, and I really like that. Okay, I'm going to mount my two pictures on this brighter or darker, I guess you could say, pink, and just a tiny bit of it showing. And so while I'm doing that, I want to take this time to remind everyone that this is a month-long hop. Today is only day 8, and I'm trying to play along at least twice a week. I have in the description box what days I will be playing along, and then everybody else that is playing along is also in the description box below. And if they're playing every day, it'll say it. If it's they're only playing on certain days, Crystal over at Pineapple Paper, who is in charge of all this fun. She's the one that came up with this whole Scraplift idea. And so she has made up this amazing master list that tells everybody when everybody is playing. So yeah, go check everybody out that is playing every day, or each day, I should say. And yeah, give everyone some love. So I decided to bring in another piece of pink paper, and I'm going to put it behind my daughter's picture, just like it's in the inspiration piece. And mine is like a light pink with a black polka dot on it. And I just cut it in half, and I'm only going to use half of it. And then I bring in this washi tape from the washi shop, and I put it onto a piece of white cardstock so that you don't see through it, and I'm going to use it as my join between my two pattern papers in the background. Now I want to bring in some circles. So I've got out my circle punch, and I'm just using papers from both paper pads. And Moira has just the circles on her layout, but I'm going to turn mine into epoxy flare. And so I'll do that here in a second. I'm going to get the washi tape all adhered down, turn it around so I can see, make sure I'm getting it square. And here's where I'm putting that pink paper behind my daughter's picture, and I switched the pictures. I started off with my son on the left, and then I decided there was more space on his picture to overlap, so I moved it. And now I'm going to turn these little circles into epoxy flare and get them on. And my title is just a vellum title that I had, and it says "Be Yourself," and I'm going to have it run up the side just like Moira has on hers. And then I decided I needed another epoxy flare because I wanted 3 of them, and that's how many was left on my package, so I'll have to open a new package. And I'm liking that. So then I grabbed these rub-ons. I got these rub-ons from the Dollar Tree, and I really like them. It's supposed to be like postcards or something. A lot of it is written in, I believe it's French, so you can't actually, well, at least I can't actually read it. Somebody else might be able to. But I am going to take and use just pieces of it. So I'm going to cut it apart, and I'm putting this little flower right here beside the title, and then it has this little word, and I have no idea what it says, so I'm kind of looking at it and trying to decide where I want to put it. And finally I decided that in Moira's, she has all this journaling down on the right side below her picture, and I really like that, but I had nothing really to journal about on this, so I'm just going to put a little cluster over there of words. So where she has the butterfly in the bottom left corner, I decided to pull in this big butterfly that is also a rub-on, and it has words written over top of it that I cannot read. So I'm hoping they're all good words. But most of it is like postcards and letters and stuff, and so I'm thinking this would be perfect since my kids are, on FaceTime and they're talking to each other, and in our day and age, this is, I guess, considered a postcard, long distance talking. Yeah, we're clear across the country from each other, so they I figured the postcard theme was appropriate. And here's where I'm going to put the little cluster of words down the side. So that top one is the word that I don't know what it is. The second one says handle with care, sincerely. Yeah, that's it. And that's like below that, it says postcard with a little heart, and I'm just going to kind of stick it underneath the photo here. And these rub-ons work amazing. I haven't had any problems with any of the rub-ons from the Dollar Tree. I've loved them all so far. And then this bottom one just says with love. So I'm going to put that on there. And now I'm going to add a little flower right there beside the postcard. And I end up going and deciding that since I had two heavy rub-ons on the bottom, I needed something up here at the top. And so this is where I grabbed, it's like, when you have a stamp and you mail it and they mark it at the post office with that little line. Yeah, so it looks like it's been mailed. I don't know what that's called, but I really thought it worked perfect for here. And then I'm just going to overlap this little flare over top of it. And now I have better embellishment clusters to go with my little flare. So now I decided, Moira didn't have any sequins in hers, but I wanted to add a little bit of sparkle. So I'm using two different colors, blue and pink. And if there's two blues, I'll do one pink. If there's two pink, I'll do one blue. And I'm just adding them into 4 different spots around the layout. And I really, really love how this layout turned out. It's super cute, and I had a lot of fun making it, and Moira is just an amazing, talented artist, and I had a lot of fun scrap lifting her. So if you like this, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. The close-ups are right here. Bye!